BAH rates were announced last week for 2024, and overall good news, 5.4% increase. However, there are a lot of areas where we're going to see BAH actually decrease. My name's Evan Common, VA Loan Originator, and here we're going to talk on it. So BAH rates were announced last week, and we saw a lot of areas see good increases. Some areas, 15, 20, at the highest that we have marked out, 33% increase. But then there were areas where we saw decreases of 5, even 10%. Now, where did we see those major decreases? We actually saw those, sadly, in our enlisted side in E5s. So E5s saw an actual decrease on BAH rates in some areas. And then overall, we saw folks who did not have dependents generally saw BAH rates not go up as high as people who did have dependents. Why is that? Great question. Well, first, if you're curious about BAH in general, check out our BAH calculator. We'll have it in the link below. It's one of the top ranked BAH calculators because it's very easy to use. Took my experience while being in the military, as well as our experience of being loan originators, and made a calculator that you don't have to click a lot of buttons to get the results you want. That's why it ranks so high on a lot of search engines. And the thing that we've noticed is that overall, yes, everything did go up. 5.4% across the board. Got it. Thank you, military. Thank you, Congress, for getting us those increases. But some of those areas, especially E5s that we saw without dependents in a lot of areas, we saw some BAH rates go down in different spots. A lot of Midwest cities, we saw some of that, but then we saw it in some high-priced areas. San Francisco, for example, we saw BAH rates either stall and even go down for certain ranks. So this was a little more uneven BAH increase than what we've seen the past couple of years. Past couple of years, because of all that appreciation and rent growth, we saw pretty much everywhere go up on their BAH. Yeah, there were some outliers, but we saw about everywhere go up. This year, we're seeing a lot more variation in that, and especially because real estate's very local, some areas in the country aren't growing the same way as others. So we're actually seeing BAH go down in some spots. Now keep this in mind. If you're in the military or you're an agent working for someone in the military, know that if your BAH just went down for your rank and you're already stationed there receiving BAH, most likely your BAH isn't going to go down. Generally, you're grandfathered in at what you got when you PCS'd there. But if you're new going there, and we're working with some folks that are approved for loans that they're going out and hunting and shopping for homes, then it will impact your loan qualifications. Because if you're not receiving that one, then all of a sudden now you're held to this new change in BAH. You got to be careful about that. So speak with your loan officer about how that can impact your potential purchasing power. Why is it not so even? The military releases how they do their BAH calculations, and it's really not crazy. While it might seem like, oh my gosh, they're taking advantage of these people and helping these and hurting these other folks, really their calculations are based on the typical rent for different types of families. So for example, if you are younger enlisted and not married, they generally go off like a 1-bed or 2-bedroom apartment for that area, certain square footage. If you're married and you're a little bit older in the ranks, then they generally are going off a larger house kind of setting. So that's what they look at in all those areas. Where have those rents changed? And again, this past year, we've seen some places rents haven't been going up as much as they have in the past, so that has resulted in either flat or even decreasing BAH rates, whereas others have continued to thrive, and we saw BAH rates increase dramatically. So it's a hit miss all over the board. Again, my name's Evan Common, VA Loan Originator. Check out that BAH calculator, and I hope this helped you know and qualify for a VA loan in the future. Take care.